Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Here today we're going to be watching the WHS Junior Varsity or Beginner Team for the Overwatch game. I'm Caden and I am the varsity team captain for Overwatch, and here I'm commentating with
Carl Myers
and Herman Mendez Silva.
We're all from the varsity team, so hopefully we can give you a good enough commentary experience for you guys. But we're going to be getting it set up today, so give us a little bit of time while we get set up. All right, we're back. So we're up against Arcadia Valley, like I have previously said. So the JV team has been practicing really hard. We've been giving them some coaching skills. So hopefully they can work on what they've been needing to work on, and we can get a big victory out of our first game of the season. We've had some preseason games, and it went really well overall. Talking to the team captain, he's been saying a lot of good things. Carl, can you talk about that, please?
Hey guys, come to bands. They've been working well together. Yeah, they've been improving their skills, improving their compositions.
The team captain has been saying that they have to work better on their positioning, most likely. But I feel like with the amount of practicing they have been doing, I think they could rock with their teamwork this game.
I definitely agree. After talking to them for a little bit, I made it clear that they're all really good individually, but if they could just use a little bit more communication, I think is one of the best things that can help bring them to become a better team overall. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're currently doing bands right now as we're the hosting team. We're going to be doing some bands, and then they get to pick the map. So hopefully they pick a map that helps benefit both of us. What do you think on that, Herman?
I think they should honestly pick a control map with the way with their play style with their play style. I mean, you and I rock with control and payload. So I think since we have given them advice, so I think they should rock control as well.
Control is definitely a very good game mode. However, it is the game mode for the first match. So we hopefully they pick a map that isn't super height dominated. I know they're not very strong on the dive compositions, so maybe more of a controlling composition. What do you think on that kind of comp that they should run for this upcoming control match?
For this match, I think they should focus on speed, controlling the actual objective instead of, the height.
100%. Objective is obviously the most important thing in this game. And so if you don't get control of that, well, that's the name of the game, control.
I think mostly on this map, there's like a lot of choke points that they have to, hold.
They gotta especially if they come into a point where they're getting held and they have to push through. They have to make sure that they're finding new ways to get through, going through other methods or whatever, picking new things. So, what do you think, Juan?
I think you two have actually explained that pretty well. So all I gotta do is say is like I hope for the best.
Yeah. So let's wish our Tigers good luck into their upcoming game here in a few.
Start when you're ready.
All right, and the game is started. And they have picked Lijiang Tower. That is surprising. I mean, they could probably hold a good amount of chokes on Lijiang.
Lijiang's a pretty hard map to play overall. Definitely requires a good amount of skill and team coordination. So we're hoping to see that out of the Tigers today. Carl, what are your thoughts?
I think they need to, do something unique. This map has like the most unique compositions. It's not the same hard meta. It's just the unique geometry of everything and the chokeholds.
For sure. We've even talked about, for the varsity, having some unique characters who we would never play otherwise due to this map's unique structure, as Carl was saying.
You think Liu Chang Interstellar is clean? Nobody's clean.
This should be fun.
We apologize if you guys hear some background noise.
I
It's a
carry
little
my
bit
burdens
loud in the
alone.
lab today. So hopefully we can just enjoy the game all together.
3, 2, 1.
All right, so the match is about to start.
Capture the objective.
Good luck, Tigers.
You got Arista Soldier, Junkrat, Alari, and might be Monopoly. Most of them do a whole lot of damage. Like,
I can hear you here.
I really like the Junkrat pick. Very strong, high damage pick. Come on, as a experienced Junkrat player, what would you say?
I mean, if this one that should try focus their line. It has a jump set being very close up. I think if he plays very close, focus.
Yeah, first fight. The Arcadia Valley High School did pretty well that fight. Definitely took chance of the off position that our DPS was having and picked them off. So already with an ult from Reimer, that's a really good shadow, however, very good grip keeping our Ripta alive.
Lightsaber had to go back in there. Ooh, and not even make it back to spawn.
They do get a team wipe,
Missteps.
but they invest a lot.
Lead forward.
Yeah. He gets staggered a bit. So that is going to take us out of the fight for
Niran.
10 seconds.
Really?
I think the Tigers need to really regroup here rather than push in. They can hopefully regroup. Oh, they forced out a Zenol. That's really big if they can play alive, or else it doesn't really go to. Ooh, a second shatter from the Reinhardt. He's really dominating this game. As a tank player myself, I can really appreciate that he's doing a lot in this game. But he also has that team backing him up, which is what we're hoping to see out of the Tigers today. They're a pretty brand new team with just a few of them returning from last year. So they definitely have some kinks to work through, but I believe in them.
Ooh, and the
Out of
Reinhardt
the
guy.
spawn. Yep.
Good pick on the Ana.
And Nano being
Ooh, Vipers are off the map. Ooh, but they are getting killed. We really need to do something about this Ryan. He's looking really strong in this beginning, almost the end of the match. With 90% left, they're going to have to touch here if they want to change something.
wipe just about the entire spawn.
However, their Reaper and their Ryan have immense presence this game. Unfortunately, big team wipe for Arcadia Valley, and they're going to take the first point of this best of 3 control match going on to the next map of Lijiang. Harman, I'd like to hear your thoughts on what can the Tigers do better to win this?
Honestly, I think they should start focusing back on their supports. I mean,
Type the
their supports are really
objective.
keeping their Rhine alive most of the time, and that is probably what they're struggling with the most.
These lost contact with Liu
So, I mean,
Chang?
focus back on the supports and maybe have their tank try to focus more on their Rhine. What do you think, Carl?
Watch
I
your
think on
flanks.
this map they
I
might
might
need to
try
switch up the
something.
composition. There's a lot of environmental chances.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Terry, Juna, those two are very good at recovering, but the other three gonna struggle a bit.
Here on this map, I was really hoping to see a Symmetra. The TPs on this map, or aka teleporters on this map, are really, really strong getting into that window. As you can see. The other team seem to have got here a little bit faster, so the Tigers are playing behind with the two-good comp that Arcadian Valley is running. With a different comp compared to the Lion. Oh, the Doom off the map, but he happens to get that. That was close. Early pick on the Reaper.
Ooh, and the Doom finds out that Juno is dead. Ooh, and the Junker Queen got knocked off by the Doom kills.
However, this is still a winnable fight. Neko, the Torbjorn, is doing a lot in this game, getting a bunch of early picks. However, he does fall. Just the 2 supports left now. Hopefully they can clutch or at least stagger. Or not stagger themselves so the tank can come back and help. 2v3 on point. Very winnable. Oh, the Kirito falls, and it looks like the Juno falls much later. Those are big staggers for the Arcadia Valley team. The tank did get booped off the map there. Definitely something a little bit more fast-paced. Something where they don't fall off the map as well. And it seemed to be a pretty big issue for the Tigers. Seems like a split approach from the team. The Orisa taking in the main side. Ooh, beat from the Lucio. Oh, unfortunate. 2 boots off the map. And the Orisa falls. Just the soldier and Kirito left on the other side. How will they handle the whole team?
They're just gonna need to make a full regroup here.
Enemy here.
The Doomfist is really aggressive like this. It's very easy to capitalize on that and kill him. With the Meteor Strike and good grip from the Light Shooter, keeping the Soldier alive, early pick on the Lucio. Hopefully Tigers play up on it. I'd like to see a little bit more aggressive
done
from
better.
team towards me.
In the flow, something for the state.
They can play together a little bit. Doomfist almost goes down, but our Rippler's low down.
And there goes their surge.
Full team decided to do the river.
I think the Tigers take this game by
They might be going to those are not 27.
And Arista uses RCA combo. Boosting that Arista's damage in his team. 3 kills from the Arista is a good play here. Hopefully, the Arista can stay alive long enough. What a play from Moxie, and for the 4th one down, just the Doomfist left. Doomfist pops gold, the count, and Doomfist almost there.
And they get him down.
Tigers had to use a lot of resources that fight, the last fight, but they won, and now that they're defending, hopefully they can keep this pressure from the Doomfist down. And their Arcadian Valley Sojourn slides off the map, providing more time for the Tigers to prepare.
So far, we're seeing nothing going on. I mean, Arcadia Valley is doing a good regroup here, pushing it all together. Trying to focus the Arista, but getting ripped by like and Doomfist is standard as well. And there goes that Doomfist.
Seems like they might have figured out a way to stop this Doomfist. Very impressive defending when Arcadian Valley held the point. Orisa was definitely a solid pick with that Fortify. However, Doomfist has swapped to Ryan, something in which the first match we saw was very impressive, having 2 shatters with only 50% in. How are they going to deal with this change of pace? Ooh, big Lucio. Tigers slowly fall. What an opening beat. That was very strong there. Tigers had no resources. We saw that the Orisa ult was almost there, but not quite there fast enough. Juno makes it to contest, but the Ryan and Spawn thing is really hard to walk out. The Juno falls. Will the Tigers be able to touch point in time? Oh, it looks like the Sojourn made it. Lots of pressure here from the Tigers to get on. Looks like they're doing strong.
Tigers get a full team wipe. Claim the rejected back. They have a second chance.
A strong play, especially by the Juno and the Sojourn, getting those key touches which allowed us to continue that fight. And the Junker Queen cleaning it up. Overall, very good play from the Tigers. What I've been looking for, that aggression overall. Sojourn and Reaper already pushing points. Good punish from the Soldier and the Junker Queen. However, the Juno falls and gets a shatter. Ryan does get put down. There's a big Sojourn lane on the field. Arcadia is big. However, they drop a Reaper roll. Ooh, getting 3 kills on the Tigers. What a strong ultimate that is when they're really grouped up like that. It's really hard to counter.
You get a touch?
However, the Juno does clutch again, and we see 94% ult. Maybe we can get a Juno ult on the field. Unfortunate Juno falls, but we have a spree now. It looks like the Tigers' ultimates are coming back after that one fight where they had to use them all. Sojourn goes for touch, however, doesn't make it quite through the window. That's the first match, ladies and gentlemen. As we figure out bans and everything for the next match, I'd just like to talk. What do we think the Tigers could have done a little bit better there to beat this Arcadian Valley team? Seems very close overall. Just what could they do that could be a little bit better?
I think so far they were spreading out. They're not focusing on they were trying to they're very spread out, which kind of led to them like being able to get picked off one by one, especially from that Doomfist. That Doomfist kept soloing the supports out, which which ended up being the Tigers' downfall. What do you think, Carl?
I think they staggered a lot. I think that after like multiple people die on the team, instead of continuing to putting pressure, I think they need a backup, a regroup, so they can just unleash.
And there was an update on Overwatch, some very interesting patch notes compared to the previous. They now has a thing called wave respawns. So when one teammate dies for the next 5 seconds, if any of the teammates fall as well, they will have the same respawn timer as that first teammate, which makes it a lot easier to come back as a full team. So hopefully they can come back as a full team and they can utilize that wave respawn, which is really strong.
Leprechaun's not on the list, guys.
We'll be seeing you guys
Leprechaun's not on the
at
wall.
the end of, and once maps are figured out, everyone. I just like to apologize. We just figured out that the broadcasting system was having some glitches, and so you guys weren't able to see the game. Hopefully, it's fixed now. we're gonna try and double check it to make sure that it's working just fine. However, we're now seeing that we're going into Watch Point Gibraltar. And it looks like the Tigers going to be defending. This is a very height-dominated map. It's very difficult to play if the team is not all grouped up and playing together. Carl, what are your opinions on Watch Point Gibraltar, picked by Arcadia and Valley High School?
I think they know what they're doing, and they're going to go heavy dive comp. And I think that we need to find a way to counter that. Maybe that's a Ana, a Braig. I don't know. Just high damage or really good utility. They just have to counter a dive, or maybe the other team goes Widowmaker.
That's very true. In a practice match, we saw that Widow was definitely kind of hurting the Tigers a lot of easy picks. But hopefully up against a dive, we see that our tank likes to play Orisa a lot. We have an Ana player, and then we have Neko who plays Torb and Junk a lot. All those characters are really good at anti-dive, so hopefully they can do pretty strong up against the dive comp. Herman, on the varsity team, we struggle a little bit going up against dive comp. It's really hard when they're really good at focusing team to keep everyone alive and everything. What do you think is, from a support point of view, what do you think is a really good way to stop that and keep the supports alive even up against the dive?
I mean, as long as like if someone dives us, as long as we all focus the person that dives, at least before they like push back or we kill them when they dive, that's probably like the best bet, because you guys have kept me alive on our practice matches and our games. And for the reason that is that when they dive to the back line, you guys all turn around and I get saved. So I feel like what the way they should deal with dive is, as I said, for like a Winston, a Diva, a Doomfist, one of those dive to the back line, they should just turn around and focus their dive characters.
All right. The Tigers are starting now. Starting with character picks, we've already kind of talked about what we think would be really good up against the dive comp that we believe Arcadia Valley would go for.
Where'd my share go?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
We got a little watch party forming up here in the lab.
This should be interesting.
Here we have a surprise guest, Mr. Aaron Gonzalez. He's on the JV team. We're gonna do a little quick interview before the match starts. What do you think is something that the JV team can do on this very difficult map?
Okay, Watch Point Gibraltar is a very, very situational map. I do believe they really, I think counterpicking is their biggest thing, and but yeah, I think once they just need that game knowledge, that crucial game knowledge. Like no matter the situation, a proper Overwatch player should always know who to play. But yeah, that's all the advice I have right now.
And with the match starting, thank you, Aaron, for that. Neko gets thrown off the map. Back on that Doomfist. Back on that Doomfist. We saw last time how hard it was to deal with.
Insanely quiet, but you could be louder for sure.
All right.
All right.
Very good.
All right.
I said cornering that dude. You escapes to the top.
Yeah, you know, after talking about it last game, we just wanted to paint the picture of what was going on in that game. We just wanted to make it very up to your guys' imagination how what was happening. But now you guys get to see what's really going on.
Orisa dealing that great damage, but kind of stranded on her own.
Orisa did get left alone. However, the team did fall apart once Orisa fell down. Arcadian Valley's doing really, really good at pushing. They didn't run that dive comp like we were expecting, which is really unfortunate. Because it looks like the Tigers with Reaper, Orisa, Kiriko, Ana, and Junkrat were all looking really strong to deal with that dive comp. We're running on the Doomfist, but they weren't diving super hard. He was playing definitely a really powerful comp. Carl, up against this comp that we saw in Lijiang the Tigers were struggling with, how do we deal with that?
I think we need to switch to supports. They have done that. They have switched to Ana, and against the Doomfist, that's really good because if he dives, then you sleep him, and then you can anti-nade him so he doesn't get any healing. It's just really punishing him because he doesn't have a whole lot of support on the dive. He's just going in there and then immediately getting out.
It's true. Ultimate from the Doomfist here, Meteor Strike, focusing the Kiriko, and the Kiriko falls down. However, the Tigers, Neko is doing a lot for this team, getting a lot of picks. However, Neko and the Ana just fall, leaving just the Orisa stranded alone to get staggered. Tigers definitely need to switch something up here, or else this will be a hard match for them to fight.
Speaking of switch, I think in my opinion, Carl, correct me if I'm wrong. I think there should honestly switch to a brig.
I think
Because a brig could honestly help out a lot when it comes to dealing with the Doomfist, mainly as a dive. And also just being a great support to their tank. So, Carl, back me up on here about this brig idea.
I think Brig is really good. They are focusing on the double main support for the most amount of heals, but Brig does have better utility to cancel out this Doomfist push.
We hear the Tiger IGL coming in strong this game. We can definitely hear him trying to step up, be that backbone for the team to listen to. As an IGL myself, I can say that it's pretty difficult to try and get the whole team to listen to you, but once they're on the same page, it's really hard to beat. I can see that Arcadian Valley isn't always on the same page with the Doomfist always getting in there. Oh, but the Doomfist does kill the Orisa. What an insane prediction. Oh, and the Junkrat. This Doomfist is doing a lot.
Double boop off the map with the sleep dart, and he gets a third. This Doomfist is really putting it on the team here. Mock speed over here. He's really trying to keep his team together.
They do have a lot of resources. They have a nano boost. Ooh, they immediately.
From the Doom, Juno ultimate, and a Reaper Death Blossom. Wow. Those ultimates paired together, Juno and Reaper, are so strong.
There's not a
Big
whole lot they
stream
can
of
do there.
ultimates for the end of that round.
Yeah, the Tigers had a lot of ultimates that they weren't able to use because they died really quickly in that end fight. Seems like Arcadia Valley was definitely in control on that. It's kind of what happens on attack. Once you're in a groove, it's kind of hard to stop. 4 minutes for Arcadia Valley. That is really good time. Hopefully the Tigers can get some time, full cap. Looking for like 3 minutes plus. That would be really good. Armand, what do you think the Tigers should do here up against this Doomfist comp that's really struggling?
I mean, I'm not really seeing anything wrong. It's mainly that they need to focus their Doomfist more. Again with Brigida, because their Ana and Orisa is a really good pick against this Doomfist. But what I'm seeing here is that not a lot of people really focus the Doomfist when he actually dives in the backline, which does become very punishable for the Tigers. So I mean, maybe if they switch up the tank a little bit and maybe and their supports, probably to help out to take care of this Doomfist, I think they could probably take this match.
They do have a whole lot of damage with this composition. Mauga, Ana, Ashe, and they have the Mercy Pocket to do even more damage. Oh, they're switching the Bastion.
The Tigers are trying to set up the comp. However, the match has started. They don't have a whole lot of time to switch. Me personally, I think they should have ran a big dive, a dive v dive comp. Their other team wouldn't be expecting it at all. So hopefully that would have went good. But we see them opening up on the Mauga getting that burn. That burn is really frustrating to deal with. However, he does overextend just a little bit, and he gets killed.
He lost the Mercy there, and he pushed in a little bit. That's really crucial, especially in the beginning moments like these, because this is what's going to eat up the most time.
100% agree. Hopefully, in the following weeks, you guys will see Aaron on the field playing. However, today, a little bit down on the weather.
Yeah.
Unable to perform today, so he's joining us here.
Ooh, Reaper with that missed opportunity to phase away. Just
Some
kept
good
fighting.
kills by the Tigers, though. Once again, Doomfist off the map. I think the Tigers should really try to focus getting away from the edge of the map. Once they get past this first choke, the Doomfist can't really push him off the map anymore. Not a whole lot of opportunities for him to do that. However, the Tigers decide to take an opposite approach of that, and they want to play on that side, coming out a different door to surprise the Arcadian Valley team. It looks like it worked. They were preparing for the main entrance. Oh, and it looks like the Doomfist might have just fallen off the map. Tracer using recall. Doomfist off the map. This is a very winnable fight for the Tigers to get that momentum going like we were hoping to see. Juno low. Maybe they can get some big staggers here. Malgo going in on Juno, however he has to reload. Both DPS dead. Bap in the backlines, terrorizing our DPS. It's almost like he has 3 HPs, you know. The original HP, the immortality, and then his shift, which gives him about 150 HP. Really, really frustrating to deal with in a one-on-one situation. What a strong character he is there.
Baptiste is a really crucial support, especially when going unnoticed like they are now. You see, like, they can only get him whenever he's in, like, the very middle and stranded, but he can survive. He could provide that long-range support as well as a lot of healing close up, especially with the immortality field, keeping them from dying. Can just keep healing without them taking much damage past 100 health.
Well, Reaper goes down, but so does our team's Mercy. Doomfist using Meteor Strike. He looks like he's having a little bit more of a struggle going up against this Bastion. This Bastion's doing a lot of damage. They're trying to put everything in to keep him alive. However, he does fall with an all-out full teep dive on him. Mercy pocketing the soldier, hoping to get a kill or two. Malgo just trying to get out. Hopefully the Tigers here don't fall apart and stagger themselves. We heard them talking in between matches that they realized that staggering wasn't very good for them, and that, like we had talked about, that team wave system. Hopefully they're able to utilize that more. Tank dead. Reaper dead. Looks like that momentum's really coming out with that Malga Nano ult. What a strong ultimate.
Yeah, especially against a Doomfist, his like whole kit is based around movement, and Malga just completely cancels that out.
Exactly.
Malga putting in work up in the front near the payload. That big play with the ultimates, like we said.
National coming down, kills the Lucio. Very early pick for the Tigers, hopefully capitalize. Tracer going down to the Ana. Ana's doing really good here, staying alive. We did see, though, that the tank pulled back to help. I think they realized that this dive comp is kind of eating at their backlines. So hopefully now they realize they can capitalize on this and turn around. Armand, as a support player, is this what you like to see from your team?
Yes, not like, but this is what I love to see from my team. They're taking this focusing the dive characters very well, and they're keeping their supports alive, and that is what I'm really liking about what they're doing as of now.
Yeah, on the Zenyatta from Arcadia Valley now. Zenyatta's a big counter up against Malga, but it doesn't seem like they're struggling a whole lot. Little late to peel there after killing the Zen. In equal field, we pop Visor. Big kill on the Juno. Oh, Tracer wastes Pulse Bomb. Didn't get a stick there. That's very good for the Tigers. It's a waste of an ultimate. However, the ultimate does come back quick, so hopefully we can utilize that time that we just got. Doomfist and Reaper are the only ones left. However, they had to back up, and that should be a capitalize for the Waynesville High School Tigers.
They do stall. They have actually.
I see the Zenyatta trying to counterpick for that Malga, but with our supports, it's going to be really hard for him to do anything against him on his own.
Ooh,
especially with the lesser healing for his team.
Ooh, and there goes both of their supports.
This is a trade for sure on the Zenyatta. However, it does seem like they regroup really quick, Arcadia Valley, and they definitely seem to kill most of the Tigers, but with that forward spawn that the Tigers got from capitalizing, it should be a quick regroup and back on cart, continuing that momentum that we've been having. Second point went through really strong compared to first point. Hopefully we can keep that up. This team comp seems to be really working on stopping the Doomfist Tracer dive. However, it's just the Reaper now. Reaper does a lot of burst damage, and up against a Bastion who's a big target. All those shotgun pellets do a lot of damage, so hopefully we can keep strong and take with that. However, the Bastion's going straight in on the Reaper. Oh, look at that aim. That was really, really solid tracking from Clones. Usually a support player that we've been seeing in practice. However, it looks like we're trying something out. They had talked about his aim being really, really strong, and we just saw it right there. What impeccable aim. Carl, as a DPS player who's played Hitscan before, what would you think of that?
That was very powerful. He used his aim, like strafing, to aim for him. Like he didn't move his mouse. He used his strafing to counter the Reaper.
Going on the flank from Clones here. However, he meets the soldier. A little bit low here. Unfortunate. The Tigers go down due to a Reaper ult, and they use Malga ult. We also saw a Zen ultimate from Arcadia Valley on the team. That's a lot of strong ultimates from Arcadia Valley.
It's a lot of utility for them, though, because we're going to be coming back as well. But from the looks of it, we don't have many ultimates besides the supports. Bastion has his ultimate, but
Invites are coming up.
you know, Bastion, if used correctly, Bastion and Malga could be a lethal combo.
Soldier in the back line, taking out the Ana and the Mercy. No supports for the Tigers with the lack of healing. This fight might be a lost one in which they need to regroup really quickly. With only a minute left on the clock, they're going to have to figure something out. Looks like this soldier pick from Arcadia Valley is doing a lot to the Tigers. And the Doomfist once again getting 2 kills. Wow.
Their Doomfist is really like the main focus on their team. I mean, the Tigers really should try to ease in and focus more on that Doomfist, because their Doomfist is really taking them out.
Yeah. Bastion coming out early, hoping for an early pick. Gets good damage on the field, but no kills. Malga's getting in. Mercy ultimate. Oh, but however, a visor from Arcadia Valley. What an ultimate. You know, don't even have to aim. As well as Doomfist ultimate coming down. And the Tigers seem to fall in this fight. One last big team fight coming up if the staggers aren't too long.
Will the Tigers make this comeback?
Scary situation here. We're hearing from some of the Tigers that they're a little bit unsure what to do. However, with the Diva swap, I think this is a very crucial swap, but it's real hard to get out of spawn. Doomfist punch, pushing it back in, and that's going to be the wrap of the second game. 2-0 for Arcadia Valley right here. They're looking like a really strong team. However, we saw on second point that the Tigers can counter this, and they know what to do. They just need to put it in play more. So, guys, that's the second match for you guys. Hopefully we come back with another one in the third match. Best of 5, so if Arcadia wins, it might be over. We hope to see the Tigers come back with a new strategy. We'll be seeing you guys in a little bit. All right, guys, we are back. It looks like we've been playing Eichenwald. All right, the Tigers, looks like they're on attack here. As soon as the game starts, you guys will get to see. You guys won't have to use your imagery again. All right, starting it up. Hopefully, this goes pretty well.
I'll be right back.
Everything's going according to plan.
I'll find my own path. I hope those who died defending this place.
Oh my god.
Okay, so we're here, guys. We're starting it up on Eichenwald. The Tigers banned some maps which are very dive heavy. The Doomfist, they realized, was an issue. Aaron, what are your opinions on Eichenwald in these 10 seconds that we have?
Eichenwald, in my opinion, is my favorite map. You know, there's so much opportunity, you know, at the beginning, middle, and late game. You know, because there's just so much. You can do multiple different comps. You know, there's so much you can do. And look, already starting with the Reaper trying to flank at the beginning, but quickly gets shut down. Doomfist, again, trying to get them closer to the edge of the map.
Oh, look at this. We see something new from the Tigers coming out. Look at how grouped up they are. See, already 2 picks. Coming up early. You see this? Look at this. Wow, very up close. They might be punishing with the Doom punches, but overall I think this is very winnable. If they push up here, down two members from Arcadia Valley, this is a very, very winnable fight. Look at the Doom already in. Ooh, however the team does fall when the Arissa went on the other side. The team has to make sure to play around the tank. The tank is what you would like to consider the center of mass. If you're not around the tank, the team's gonna fall apart.
Big push at the beginning, but it was quickly shut down.
What a strong performance by Arcadia Valley.
Yeah, they've been showing that dominance for these past couple games. You know, they're really putting it on Waynesville, but I think we have a chance. You know, because as it's been shown, we have a lot of
And their Doomfist
synergy.
And their Doomfist is going against the entire team. Will we be able to take out this Doomfist?
Doesn't look like it. Already an ultimate from this Doomfist. This Doomfist is really strong, in which he's able to get these ultimates really, really quick, which is very impressive. Crust on the Doomfist, very much so an issue that needs to be dealt with for these Tigers to move on.
That's another thing with the Doomfist. He can play on his own, but he's also very good at playing with his team at the same time.
The Dragons from the Arcadian outside of spawn, and it just looks like the Tigers are getting overwhelmed by the upsurge of ultimates that Arcadia Valley has. It's kind of what happens on the winning side of the team. Get those ultimates quicker, and it's very easy to stay in control of the game. However, now with those 2 ultimates gone, the Tigers should start to get some ultimates on the Echo character, a little bit more punishing as well with those sticks. With all the sticks, it does a lot of damage. Reaper popping ultimate.
And the ultimate was not very good on Reaper's end.
However, it did start a very change of direction for Arcadia Valley. We saw that the Arissa had to turn around and left her back open for the rest of Arcadia Valley team to shoot at. Very tough to deal with.
You know, they caught them off guard with that different spawn exit, but they got overwhelmed very quickly. But they're starting to make a bit of a push back. That Doomfist finding a lot of hiding spots at the top of the map. It's really surprising. They also have the Lucio for that extra boop as well.
Good kill on the Hanzo. Reaper behind. Very much so punished. Good javelin there by the Arissa. That's what I was hoping to see when the Reaper had ultimate. And a beat and Juno ultimate from Arcadia Valley. With the Lucio low, we do a counter rush here, hoping for some big plays.
Will the Tigers take this team fight?
They're getting scattered.
once again, this Doomfist is very struggling for the Tigers.
Second ultimate for the Doomfist. Wow, look at this. Very impressive gameplay.
Big damage with big assists from the Lucio as well.
Back in spawn. The Tigers did a very good job there of not getting staggered. Archer seems to be a little bit more calm compared to our last Orisa. Our last Orisa was very much so aggressive. Maybe that'd be something that we could use. Definitely getting a lot of picks on the Orisa character.
That team play is a very big deal.
Very much so.
Ooh, and that
Running out of
wrestle.
time.
Yeah, running out of time. And the Tigers unfortunately will not be able to get touched. And it looks like that would have been a team fight. They were about to win too. Very unfortunate. However, big defense coming up from the Tigers. Aaron enjoying his apple here. Hopefully you guys have some popcorn at home enjoying this very good game. Carl's back. Carl, what are we thinking on this game so far?
I think their composition would work really well for this defense here. You know, they just really have to counter this Doomfist who's been oppressing them like all game.
Looks like Orisa seems to be both of the tanks' picks for today. Definitely an anti-Doom. Hopefully they can use the most out of it today, as well as the Bastion. However, a new character coming out, Reaper. We haven't seen it. We've seen it from Arcadia Valley, but they're very strong. Very high burst damage. With the Orisa Javelin, the Alari, big pylon. This is a good character here.
In my opinion, I really think Alari is a great pick for Eichenwald, especially with all the hiding places for her pylon, as well as her very good secondary healing as well.
Looks like the Reaper's in. However, he did get picked.
Shit. I don't have the shit. Okay.
Honestly, in my opinion.
Whoa, hold on. Sorry to cut you off there, but Arcadia Valley did just get a C9 on the.
Oh, I did not see that.
And the back cap
Wow.
from their tank.
What a back cap. Ryan's a really big character. What an insane play. Sorry to cut you off again, Herman, but that was a very good play. 3 for 3 on Crust, getting play of the game. What a dominant character he has been this game.
You know, just the photo finish on Reinhardt and Eichenwald really seals it for me. I love it.
Well, that's game.
3-0 for Arcadia Valley. That's wraps, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. We very much so appreciate it. I'm Caden.
I'm Aaron.
I'm Herman.
And I'm Carl.
And we'll be seeing you guys next Tuesday when the Waynesville High School beginner team plays again.
GG's all around.